Well, thanks for coming out again this week, guys. I think the biggest thing is just really proud of our coaches and our players, how they prepared for game one, all the hard work. We talked about that process that gives you an opportunity to have success, and just really proud of how hard the guys worked, to give us a chance to be successful last Friday at Georgia State. That was a big win for us. In our first game at FBS, and so just really proud of the way the guys, they were focused, they were really zeroed in on what we had to do to win the game, and just really, like I say, proud of them and the effort that they put forth. But it is one game, and we're on to week two. I will say about Presbyterian, first and foremost, I just have a ton of respect for their coaching staff. I've known Coach Nichols and Coach Spangler and those guys for a long time. I've coached against them a long time, and I know for sure that they're going to be a disciplined football team that plays extremely hard, and that's what shows up on film. So they won't be intimidated by this environment. They played well at Miami of Ohio. It's a 13-7 game in the fourth quarter, and this won't be an easy task for us by any stretch, starting with their coaching staff. They got some good players on both sides of the ball, and I think the number one thing for them is they got some old guys. They're a veteran football team with 12 seniors, I think, in their starting rotation. So we're going to have to they make you beat them, and we're going to have to play well. We're going to have to be focused all week. That process started Monday morning for us. So we're excited about playing our first game at home and having the opportunity to be in front of our home crowd and going out and playing again. So with that being said, we'll take questions. Well, the one thing I've always admired about our football team since day one, you guys have heard it a lot, is that they know how to come back and work each week, no matter what happened on Saturday. And so expect nothing less this week. Started that process yesterday, and that's our job, to make sure we come back and work extremely hard, and we're prepared for this game to, like I said, give us a chance to have success. Yeah, no question. I mean, that's you go out there to win, and that was the goal. And when we take the field, that's what we want to do. And it was big for us, because a lot of our guys, most of them hadn't played a Division I game. And so everybody was excited about seeing how we matched up with an FBS team. And like I said, it was really, we started fast. We played well early in the game, got the lead, had a chance to get the lead a little higher than what it was. We don't turn the ball over so much. But guys held on. They stayed focused throughout the whole game, and it was big for us, no question. Yeah, no doubt. You can't most of the time. You're going to lose the game if you lose that turnover margin stat. I think the thing that set it apart was when you the flip side of that is when you score on defense or you score in the special teams, a lot of times your odds of winning go way up, and so that was a big drive for us. The first drive of the game to score on defense. Gave us a lot of momentum early in that game. But, turnovers is something that we've got to, make sure we're not doing. Yeah, I was really, of course, I've got to see it all August. I thought these guys on defensive side, since Coach Wiley's gotten here, we've gotten some guys back in Devon and Cook and Caleb. Those guys got back in the lineup. They've had a good off season and a good camp, so we're excited about watching them play, and they didn't disappoint us at all when they went out there, and they were real active, had a lot of guys making a lot of plays, and so I was excited for them. I thought they'd prepared well, and they went out and played well.
I think it was just the biggest thing was just having all 11 guys really buy in to the whole process. I think that's the biggest message, was just trust the process this year. And as far as just defense, Coach Wiley brought a lot of fire, a lot of energy that we didn't really have last year. So I think that once we got those key guys back and everybody just started flying the ball and everybody just really bought in, I think the improvement was astronomical. I think that it can only go higher, but we just got to keep staying true, stay focused, don't get too lax, because like Coach says, humble pie is only 7 days away, so we're going to keep focusing, keep working.
We always got stuff we can work on, but we came off the ball and it was just different games. We got to get used to a little bit, but I think we handled it pretty well. We got some stuff that we got to clean up going into Saturday, and big week of practice for us. But overall, I think we can't give up sacks like we did. We usually don't do that, so we got to work on protection, stuff like that. But I think we moved the ball pretty well, and we just can't turn the ball over. But overall, I think it was pretty good. Yeah, they're faster, but it's nothing too crazy that we But you could definitely see a little change in the game speed for sure.
Well, the biggest thing, I think, what jabbed us pretty good down there was the bad snap. Thomas, he was snapping high, most of the first half, and then it caught up to us down there on the one, and that was probably the biggest play at that point. You got a chance to jam it in, and we have a bad snap. Matt's pick in the end zone, he threw it to the right guy. He threw it right where we wanted. Guy got a little pressure on him, got into his midsection, and really that's why he underthrew it. And that goes back to the protection part. We've got to make sure that, we form a good pocket. We make sure there's a good pocket there so he can get his feet set and throw the ball. But you don't want to give points away down there for sure. And, the way Blake was kicking, we knew we could get 3 for sure. So, you just got to try to, in the red zone, make sure you're not making those mistakes and don't give points away. I will say, as far as the offensive line, it was a pretty emotional game all the way around, but especially for our offensive line, I just was really extremely proud of those guys, what they've had to, kind of battle through. They got to deal with me a lot now, and that's been a little bit rough on them. But they really handled it extremely well, and I thought they played extremely well for their first Division I game, going against a defensive front that was better than what we've played. And so those guys came off the ball. They were physical, and they're a veteran group, and we need to, as Danny said, we're always trying to work on our protections, and we got to clean the snaps up. But I was really proud of that group, just the way they handled the whole situation over the last month. It's been tough on them, on all of us, but especially that group, and they played really well. I was really proud of them.
I can definitely see the students are a lot more excited. Class a couple days ago, they were asking when the first home game was and stuff like that. So they're definitely more interested, and I think playing teams that they might know piques their interest a little bit more. But I feel a lot more excitement on campus.
Yeah, as Danny said, there's a lot more spark around people's eyes now. A lot of people are asking questions. They want to know when we're playing, how we're doing. So, like Danny said, it's a lot better than it was before.
Yeah, you look back to last year, they beat Charleston Southern. So this team is not going to be they're not going to be intimidated by anything. And as I stated earlier, they're going to come in here believing that they can beat us. And when you look at last weekend, there were 4 FCS teams that beat FBS teams, whether that's South Dakota State going to Kansas. So, they're coming in here to win, and like I said, I know their coaching staff, and I know they'll be prepared. So the key for us is each week is what we do, Monday to Thursday. I mean, it gives you an opportunity to start fast and play well on Saturday, and make sure you're focused all week so you don't turn the ball over in the red zone and things like that. So we'll have to go out and beat this football team. They'll come in here with their hair on fire, I'm sure. Yeah, I think it was a pretty good weekend for our league, and it's a good conference. We knew that when we signed up, so that's part of the reason we did sign up, is we knew there's some good teams in this league, and happy for the league to continue that process when you can beat an SEC team and a Big Ten team, and things like that. But we're just trying to do our little old part here at Charlotte and win the next one.